Welcome to the show. It's T with D. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Jamming on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling bright. Cause we got the vibes so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With tunes that you be man. T with Pizza Spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome back, listen us to a cozy nook. Where the beats go like pages in a favorite book. Settling, feel the rhythm in every hook. Tonight's the night, let's dance and cook. You have a great time, make yourself at home. In this real big zone, where the man at this from. See we peace the legs out, where the music keeps you warm. Join the jam, find your peace in the storm. Welcome to the groove, it's tea with me tonight. Feel the reggae flow, let it make the world right. Come and find your comfort, you meet each other's right. With every track we spin, you take you to new heights. It's our place to chill, with rhythm that's enchant. Join us the moment, let's give you all the chance. Conduct the sweet serenades, let the music dance. Open up in my prayer time, I swear on in that chest. Welcome to the show, it's T with D. DJ spinning tracks, got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots, let the vibes be free. Late night session, sip that turbo key. Jamming on the late show, sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling bright, cause we got the vibes so grand. Get cozy on the wine, with tunes that you be man. Tea with Pizza Spot, the best in podcast land. Welcome to the show, it's T with D. DJ spinning tracks, got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots, let the vibes be free. Late night session, sip that turbo key. Jamming on the late show, sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling bright, cause we got the vibes so grand. Get cozy on the wine, with tunes that you be man. Tea with Pizza Spot, the best in podcast land. Hey, good night, folks. It's time to unwind. Think favorite tracks, leave your stress behind. Welcome to the show. This time is just for you. Tea with peace, your proof. Where dreams is getting you. Jamming on the late show, sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling bright, cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy on the wine, with tunes that you demand. Tea with Pizza Spot, the best with podcast land.
The V-Seed is Vivosun's attempt at bringing automation to germination. Using an ebb and flow irrigation system, you can get clones and or seedlings to take root or germinate in this box. This box will regulate the temperature of the water and the environment to give you ideal conditions to germinate and clone. It's running off of a 24-watt light. Now this is still in crowdfunding stages, and if you choose to support and or be a part of the initial crowdfunding stage, you can head over to Vivosun, check out their website, and look up the V-Seed and participate in the Kickstarter and get yourself a reasonable deal.
So close, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are warm. Kicking it fly today, baby, because guess what? It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for a little tea with P. What's the tea? Well, boy, do we got a show in store for you today. It is a banger. We've got Raw, Josh Kesselman being accused of stealing ideas from Marty Grimes. We have Berner and Raw make an amend, or is there more to this story? And we've got some extreme allegations coming against Todd McCormick. The entire saga breaking out and kind of starting and finishing all within the span of about 24 hours. We've got that and so much more here tonight on Tea with P, where the T tonight is tea. It's actually coffee. Who am I kidding? And the P is me. Welcome to your one-stop shop for all things nudes, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing is off the table here, ladies and gentlemen. Want to thank you all for joining me live, as this show is. Here we are, checking out everybody live on Twitch and on YouTube. Shout out to everybody who's here, man. Hazer pulling up. KOS Farms, what you doing, boy? Mr. Pothead, hello. T is here. T, Rob Shot is also pulling up. Good to see you, homie. Potato, what you doing, boy? Idiom, hello. Good to see you, brother. Just hooted my heart out. Well, you're going to be just fine, Funk. You're in good company here, dude. Tasty Genetics is in the house. Tasty Genetics, good to see you, man. The Hot Shot. Much love, Canna lovers. What up? Good to see you, my friend. Tazarello, I hope you are well and warm, dude. Haven't seen you in a minute, dude. Hope you're well. Holy Toledo, hello, sir. B. Hendricks, what's going on? Scotty 420, Area 51, hello. Entroponomics. Good to see you. Welcome in. Rich Lane. Hello. Earthman. What's up? Holy Toledo. What up? Potato running a 185 stream streak, baby. Thank you for that, my friend. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Good to see everybody, man. Good to see everybody. Thank you, guys. If you didn't know, as I mentioned, we're streaming over on Twitch as well. So if for any reason you don't feel like you want to be 90 seconds behind and you want to be participating in the best chat experience out there, head on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/pigeons420. You can have them both run at the same time so you don't miss nothing. Palermo is in the house too. Palermo, hello. Georgia, welcome in, my friend. David Dolan, what's good? What's good? IB Growing, hello. What's up? PD Riot, cheers to that, friends. What's everybody toking on this evening? What is everybody toking on this evening? We got a great show in store. I hope you're ready to strap in, pack up, and let's grow, because that's what we're doing tonight, baby. Mrs. P, how you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good?
Watching some hockey.
What's the score?
It's the end of the second period, and it's 2-0.
2-0 for Vegas.
I'm so excited.
Let's go. I appreciate that.
It's going to be a rough series, but
it's going to be.
It's a good
start. It's going to be a good one.
It's a good start.
Yep. For those who don't know, we're a half Boston Bruins, half Vegas Knights fans in the house here.
And the kid just goes with whoever's winning. So
kind of sort of in between.
Well, he's cheering for the Canadian team right now because that's all he's got left.
Didn't he say Didn't he say Colorado?
He did. He did.
Yeah, he changed it.
And then I reminded him that he also likes Vegas, so cheering for Colorado's kind of not
going to cut it.
Not going to help him in any way.
Yeah. Stumbles, good to see you, friend. Carta. Let's go. I don't know what that is. Thanks, B. Taking care of that. Guava Gelato for Ed. 7172 Oklahoma VSA. I think. Moose. What? Good to see you, friend. We got pink panties for the Hot Shot. All right. Breezy Bud Beer says, let's go Habs. Hey, go Habs, go. Yo, Air Hustler. Thank you for the sub on Twitch, man. I appreciate that Prime very much. Oh, Carter Hart. Kinda hot. I got it. Yeah, standing on his head, man. Yeah, he's playing fantastic. Good old Canadian boy Stumbles. Kinda hot.
Did you see him take that penalty the other night?
The
delay a game?
Nope.
Oh my God. It was so puck came.
You gonna hit me with the prime? Let's go.
Puck came.
Anyway, puck came, hit him in the skate blade.
Mm-hmm.
Blade flew off. The refs wouldn't stop the play, so he threw his helmet off, got a delay a game penalty.
Oh, damn.
But I'm like, good call, because they didn't end up scoring on him, and we won the game.
It works. That's right.
It works. But everybody online's like, I don't understand why goalies need quick switch blades. I'm like, then you're not a goalie.
Well, yeah, everyone's got quick switch now these days.
Absolutely.
It's kind of how it goes. Yeah.
No, it's quick thinking.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to make for a great game. Mr. Candace, good to see you, Gromy. What's up? Cannabis Chuck 40. Yo. Motivated by Terps. Hello, our dog. Hello. I'm going to have a non-glamorized documentary style. Rip. Dale Palmer says, sitting here listening to y'all, Germany, and some Dead by Dawn. Okay. Nice. That a boy. Well, welcome in. Thank you for being here, guys. If you are new here, every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central during the summer slot, we go live to talk about all things nudes, culture, science, health surrounding this plant, our community of cannabis, actors within, and just the things that have been growing on around the space throughout the week. And it's a very quite unglamorized hoot moose, yeah. And this show is very, what should I say, controlled and structured by you. If there's stories or if there's anything that you would like to, I'm so dead. I'm not, in fact, dead. That would be glamorizing.
Snippa, this is also currently my favorite documentary.
Yeah. How a bird dies. Sometimes I don't take enough break between rips and chatting. I'm like, there can't be dead air.
You need to breathe, though.
Sometimes I need to breathe, but I refuse to. There's no time. Needless to say, if you have a story or anything you would like to put on the show or have me look at, hit me up at Pigeons420 over on X, over on Instagram, or I'm live almost every single day over on Twitch. So please don't hesitate to drop a line, okay? Because there's tons going on, whether it's in your side of the space or my side of the space or your side of the world or mine. It's important, and I think we should talk about it. So let's do just that. KOS, everything's fine. Thank you. I hope your day went well. Good evening to the whole community. Good evening to you, sir. I had a fantastic day. Thank you, KOS Farms. I had a fantastic day. And I'm thankful to be in a position to be here with you guys tonight, friends, for another episode of Tea, baby. So, I think we should, without further ado, just jump right into the nudes.
Canna News. All things culture, science, and health. Your one-stop shop for all things Canna News.
In my travels on the interwebs earlier this week, I just so happened to come across a post on my X that showed or was posted by Raw Rolling Papers of what they called the Intergalactic Destroyer. And if you did not see what that is, check it out. I can't obviously play the music because it's copywritten, and YouTube is horrible for copywritten music, even if it's in someone else's clip and yada, yada, yada. So here is the Intergalactic Destroyer by Raw. If you can't tell already, it is a massive doink. I don't know what to say to get away with it, but check out that. A cone. It's a massive cone. And this massive cone can hold allegedly like 128 grams or something like that. It says in the comments below, but pause it on the filters, babe. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that something?
That's craftsmanship.
I was quite mesmerized by this, and I was kind of thinking, whoa, how much is that going to cost? Could you imagine a rolling paper that's like $79.99? I'd be like, woof.
For one.
Right? I thought, wow, this is kind of cool. I've seen some big doinks before, but I've never seen anything that large. And then not a day later, 2 days later, I'm surfing my Instagrams, and I come across a post by Marty Grimes. Marty Grimes alleging that Josh from Raw Rolling Papers stole his idea and is not getting any credit for it. Here's the post.
Story time. I honestly don't understand how these big brands, millionaires, billionaires, with such a huge platform that could change the life of many small inventors, quote unquote, small creators. When I say small, I just don't mean millionaires. I mean the ones that don't have the distro manufacturer already set up to be able to go with the network, with the marketing budget, etc. This is my brand, the Marty Missile. I created this some years ago, having a plethora of flour in my crib during the pandemic and nobody to smoke it with. Now, me being a creative, a hot MacGyver, I ordered a bunch of shit off Amazon, came up with it, drew it out, ran into a mom and pop blowing glass shop, blew it out, ran into a great person over at Thicket, shout out my brother Charlie, helped me out with distro, and we got glass, rocket legs, and a whole suitcase. That's where we at now. Now, I'm gonna say this, I'm not the first person to roll a huge doink. I'm not the first person to roll pounds into a paper. I'm not. But I am the first person to create and manufacture a 1 pound glass tip distributed to stores and smoke shops and online, straight to consumer. I am the first. I could claim that. And as you can see recently, it's not the first time a brand is trying to recreate or make better what I've already created. On top of that, I thought this person was a friend of mine. Now, the first time this happened was about 1.5 years ago. I'm gonna clear the air right now because a lot of people think it was a misunderstanding. Nah, it was not a misunderstanding. I spoke with Josh. The reason he attempted to copy my product is because he was in his feelings. Since I was working with all other brands like Zigzag, like Cookies, like Vibes, Puffco, like Flour Mill, working with the community of our industry. These brands actually supported me by paying me for a promotion on some sorts. But Raw, I never, ever got a dime from Raw, as much as I supported that brand. Being friends of 9-10 years. I never crossed this brand, I never crossed this man. For emotions of that sort to ruin a friendship and try and ruin an entrepreneur and upcoming creative brand is quite insane. But me, being a real friend, I squashed the beef, simply because I'm not the type that likes to move with hate in his heart. But now we come back around and it's happening again. And I think it's quite odd that when we solved our quote unquote misunderstanding, we began to get in talks of a collaboration. Like I said, it's been over 1.5 years of getting a collab together between the two brands. But during that whole time of us figuring this out, they had the time to come up with yet another product that's like mine, except developing a way to where he could say it's not and sell it for a lot cheaper. Again, not understanding why big brands do this to the creators that literally supported and helped get their brand to where it is now. And some gonna say I'm wrong, but if I'm wrong, why block me? Why delete the comments? And to these bigger brands, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget the community that built your brand up to where it is now can be the same community to tear it down. Now, this isn't a drama post. This isn't a beef post. I really don't care for it. I don't care to have hate in my heart. The community is always showing out for me because they helped me build this brand. And I know they're going to continue to show out because I show love. And you get what you give. So I'm going to keep creating. I'm going to have new inventions coming and new collabs coming. And to all the creators, the inventors out there, if you follow me, you support me, hit me. Let's collab. Let's create something together because community grows community and that's how you win. You can go fast alone and you can go far together. Because I promise to always make a way, not take away. Yeah. Small.
So there you have it. You've got Josh Kesselman of Raw, essentially a big actor in our space, mover and shaker, allegedly stealing an idea from Marty Grimes. Marty Grimes is an artist, a singer / content creator, entrepreneur. I first started following him a few years back when he was on a Deluxe, I believe Deluxe, the YouTube channel. It converted into something completely different. Maybe I don't have the name correct, but anyways, he's claiming that Josh Kesselman stole his idea and is now producing essentially a more refined, cheaper product to the people without any kind of credit or collaboration. And if you can see, Marty's actually sitting next to his 2 prototypes or his designs there on the desk, and feels as if he is due for some kind of recognition from Raw, and believes that the actions from Josh himself are shady as fuck.
You gonna hit me with the prime?
And I gotta turn those off.
Let's go.
I tell you every week to turn it off.
You don't. So he's kind of taken back by the fact that why would Josh cut him down take the idea and run rather than collaborate. And so to me, when I see what's going on here, I can maybe perhaps kind of see where Marty's coming from in regards to his product and his design, and that maybe perhaps Josh stole that idea, quote unquote, and came up with something raw inspired. My personal opinion is I do believe what Marty is saying, that collaboration is king. I do believe people should work together rather than fight and create more hostility in our community. But I do think it's a bit of a grasp, a bit of a reach to assume that the two products are the same and that there is, say, an infringement upon a patent, because there is large differences between the two products that we just see from Raw and from Marty versus what, or just from what I'm seeing there is a vast difference between these products. And I think it becomes very difficult to kind of get behind the idea that it's stolen content, because there is a lot of content, ideas, that you could argue are stolen, but in fact could be seen as inspired from. Like, look at automobiles today. There's almost no difference between, the SUVs of Ford to Mercedes to BMW, Volkswagen. You're generally looking at the exact same style, the exact same vehicle. You've got, the same. You see this general variety that's specific to products that just happen naturally. If that made any sense at all. In the same way that you've got Coke and Sprite and Pepsi and root beer and cream soda, they're all pops, but they're different flavors of the same thing. In the same way that you have action movies, you have, in fact, rolling papers that are all very similar. You've got zigzags, you've got raw rolling papers, you've got Dutches. I guess Dutch is a horrible example. It's more of a wrap than it is a paper, but you have elements, you have vibes, you have, these mass varieties of rolling paper. They're all the same thing. They're all rolling papers. Can you say they all stole the idea from? I don't really think that that's a valid argument. I really don't, because they exist and they're doing it their way. Maybe it's a different thickness, maybe it's a different material, maybe it's a different design, maybe it's whatever it is, right? It has its specific identity that makes it just a little bit different than something else. Maybe it's just a small percentage of difference, but that difference exists. And so, to me, as much as I would love to see a collaboration, I would love to see outreach, I really don't think that the designs are really comparable. Now, I know that there's a line of products that Marty offers with his his papers. There's the glass that goes with it. There's the products. He said these, you've got the briefcase, so on and so forth. But I just don't. Now, don't get me wrong. Josh Kesselman is proven to be one of a very ruthless businessman. You have to be able to do things, I guess, in a particular way to get to that position. Someone who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars didn't get there by just giving away free ideas and by probably following the most righteous path, shall I say, or ethical or moral path. The reality is business is business, and until there's a legal pathway to secure the intellectual property or the rights to a product, it's open to the market. And so I really just don't think that there's going to be a case here, but I wouldn't put it past Raw or Josh to have been inspired by the product that Marty created to create the intergalactic destroyer. So that's my opinion. I'm curious what you guys think in regards to the whole situation. I can see where there would be perhaps some frustration, but ultimately, I just don't know if there's going to be any grounds or any form of legal action that Marty's going to be able to take to rectify this situation, if you will, in a manner that he's happy with. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think? I'm just surfing the chat right now to kind of get a general idea. This is the kind of entitled greed that has destroyed the cannabis community. In which sense, Hillbilly? In which sense? On Marty's sense or on Josh's sense? I don't see a lot of people getting them, maybe just to look at, but it would be pretty expensive to fill one of those things. It would, Dale. It would be very expensive to fill one of those. Over on Twitch, Mr. Pothead, did the people who made my bong copy the people who made yours? Right. Now, I have a very unique style of plastic here in my hands. So, right, this isn't just a glass vase. It's got some proprietary activity in there. So if somebody copied that, I could argue, or I think there's an argument to say that they took that idea, that patent, if you will, and copied it.
But one would say that company probably did patent that idea. If Marty didn't do that,
right,
then it's kind of open for anybody.
And that's kind of what I was kind of getting at. And then so that's where you could say morally and ethically maybe Josh sort of reached out and collaborated.
Sure.
But
legally he was entitled to.
He's not entitled to reach out.
No.
Right? Dr. Dank Nugs, good to see you, my friend. Didn't even realize how far behind I was on YouTube. Yeah. Hohenheim. Yeah, it's very far back on YouTube. It's like 90 seconds, dude. By no fault of mine. I have it on pretty much high latency, too.
And I hit go on both platforms at the same time, so.
Yep. Yeah, if you don't get a copyright, you don't own it. Right. You're lucky to have seen through some of this. The thing is, oh yeah, so Von Hohenheim, I see over here. The thing is, too, is Marty's shit is just a few extra large sheets of paper with long adhesive lines, whereas Raw has shit pre-made, like a pre-roll, so there's absolutely no way Marty has any ground. Right. I do see a difference in the products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do see a difference in the products myself. But I could see the argument where one could say that it is inspired by.
Oh, inspired by for sure. But that's fully legal.
Yeah.
Even if he did patent it.
Yeah.
But he says at the very beginning that his is a glass tip. Does he not?
Well,
it's glass.
There is a glass in the one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the one of them, it's a glass tip.
So one would say that is.
But everyone's doing
different.
glass tips right now, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Raw's got glass tips. Proper Doink's got glass tips.
Yeah.
There's glass tips everywhere. You can buy a $30 glass tip. You can buy a $100 glass tip, $1,000 glass tip. But is one glass tip stealing from the other glass tip?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Is there room in the space for everybody?
Yeah.
Probably. Right?
It's just who's doing it better.
Right. Or different.
Yeah.
Even. Right? So. That's the story. Patents don't do shit except kill creativity and advancement. I could see the argument on that too, Zach. But then you could argue, well, without patents, then other people take the exact same idea and copy it. Now, the only problem with that is we have an entire nation that does that already. China doesn't follow international trademark and laws. So there's a Asian Nike, there's an Asian Apple, there's an Asian, you name it. There's an Asian version of it out there somewhere being trafficked and pushed out there. Not even trafficked, just being sold because it's not illegal if it's not illegal. And in China, it's not illegal. So can you argue it's illegal? Well, what's international law? First of all, right? How do you apply that? How do you apply that universally? So needless to say, kind of a different argument, but to that point. The Dispo has glass tips on their shitty pre-rolls. National Lampoon had a big joint. Yep. I'm going to leave that one alone. Smart. Smart. In other news, also pertaining to raw rolling papers, you may or may not have heard of this. Actually, as a matter of fact, as I went live last week, this news broke. And I missed the tweet. I could have found it, I guess, if I was still surfing on the web, like 40 minutes to an hour before the show, but I was not. Usually, Mrs. P and I are audio and video testing. And so I didn't have the opportunity to report on this. And this happened the same day this time last week, was that Josh, once again, Kesselman from Raw Rolling Papers, and Berner from Cookies, who have had a long-standing beef with each other, have made up. Yeah. Or have they? I saw this tweet first. It was Ross. It was from Josh on the Raw Rolling Papers X account. It says, "I think Berner and I both realized that we are much stronger as allies. Our real enemy are the Chads taking over our industry." Berner responds to that with some clouds, man. Some clouds. So on face value, a long-standing beef rivalry comes to an end. But why did this beef/rivalry happen in the first place? And have we been here before? Well, years and years ago, when Berner was getting into the, rolling papers space, he was working with Josh. With promotions, with sponsorships, through Berner's kind of rap career, his hip-hop career. Well, Berner wanted to venture into his own adventure, into his own business ordeal. And that business ordeal was rolling papers. And you may or may not have heard of Vibes rolling papers. Those are Berner's rolling papers. How many times can I say rolling papers? And when Berner wanted to start his own rolling paper, Josh didn't like that and pushed back. And in fact, there were lawsuits even because Berner was under contract with Raw for promotion and sponsorship, as I mentioned, but wanted to get out of that relationship to start working on his own venture. So in 2017, Berner makes a post on his Instagram post saying that they've found cooler heads, and said this: "I'm not the kind of guy to hold grudges and or not show respect when respect is due. I had a 2-hour conversation with Josh from Raw. 2-hour conversation with Josh from Raw. Brothers fight and misunderstandings happen. He has decided not to sue me for my breach in contracts and also give me the blessings to carry on my paper company, Vibes. I ain't gonna lie, all the emotions got to me today. This day is never easy, but I'm glad we worked shit out. I've known dude for a long time, and we always been solid. Business can be funny, but the fact that he let me out of my contract and is not going to sue me says a lot. Fighting with friends sucks, and so does going to court. I'm glad both of us were man enough to talk about it, and even more glad to get back to the good vibes. So, years go by. I watch a documentary with Berner, and he mentions that things are not great. Things are, in fact, haven't been great. And then that was years ago. And then not just like 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I'm watching the No Jumper podcast, and who's on it? Berner. And what does he have to say about Josh Kesselman? Well, it sounds very similar to what Marty Grimes was saying about his relationship with Josh.
Where did things go wrong with my boy Josh from Raw? Are you guys still at odds? You still in our conversation?
I mean, look, I'm willing to sit down with the guy. He's not willing to sit down with me. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to try to understand what it is. I just feel like that guy is very territorial in his space. Maybe that's why he's winning. I don't know. But like, I feel like I'm a hippie at heart. The guy, I don't want no problems with this guy. I have enough problems that we discussed today. But Josh is just not willing to sit down with me. Last time I saw Josh, I pulled up to him at an event at Champs. I went up to him. I said, listen, bro, I have no problem with you, man. Give me a fucking hug. Gave him a hug. Said, bro, I don't want no problems with you anymore. Let's stop. We both got money. This is ridiculous. There's enough room for everyone. Let's figure out a way to break some bread. I'm over it. I got a call from the trade show next week and said, listen, you cannot go around that guy anymore. You can't. I never went back to the trade show again. I'm like, bro, this guy is not, he's not willing to let whatever weird energy out there go. He's not willing to let it go. Bro, you set it up. I'll stay with him right here anytime. And on a path forward for peace. Right. Because I've been at it with him for a long time.
And you guys were on good terms up until you debuted a rolling paper, the Vibes brand.
Correct.
And that was just basically, it was like, as soon as that came out, that just kind of deaded the relationship.
It just got weird. And I'll tell you, like I told him, Josh, you're the biggest in the game, brother. Like, I'm a fan of yours and what you built. And Vibes is not even a threat to anything you're doing. Vibes is just something I want to do because I'm the weed guy. I have a grinder company. I have all kind of different kinds of apparel. I just want to do a paper. So I'll say it publicly. I have no problem with Josh. I would love to speak to Josh. He's not willing to speak to me. And all this nonsense the last 5 years is ridiculous. I look up to dude. I was a fan of his. I tried to do business with him. I think the problem was he was not willing to let other people, and I think they hear the same thing, a story from other people. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a hustler by heart. I just want to try to make some bread. And I feel like if you could understand he's the big dog, he owns that space 100%. Guys like me that he thinks are problems, they're enemies or threats, is nothing like that. I'm not a threat to him. I'm not an enemy to him. I'm dealing with fighting billionaires right now. I'm not worried about fucking Josh. Yeah. But the energy there is weird. And open invitation anytime to sit down on a podcast, talk it out. I've told multiple people that.
I guess I see it from his perspective where he felt like he, in a lot of ways, like brought rolling papers to the mainstream,
So what?
right?
Okay, so let me tell you like this. I'm the first big brand in cannabis, right?
Right.
What if I was acting like him to everyone else?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I welcome everybody to come break bread with me.
Yeah.
I welcome everyone to build their brand. I give people advice. I wrote a whole book on how to fucking build your brand. When you gatekeep something like that, it's going to be it's not right. So my whole thing is like, I get what he's saying, but again, it makes no sense. Even if he did feel that way, he's the big dog. He's the biggest. He's the biggest. Like I told him last time I spoke to him, you're the biggest, you're the best. None of us could ever touch you. Be comfortable in that. Remember who you are. Don't be jaded because I'm trying to do a paper. I'm not doing a paper company that hurts you. Yeah. I could never get close to you. I know no one could ever get close to this. There's young trappers out there with major motion. They're making waves, but bro, they ain't done with cookies down. I'm very comfortable at night with that. Yeah. Bro, I see with a lot of women, bro, you have confidence, brother. Maybe old boy doesn't have any confidence. I don't know. But I'm very confident in who I am and what I bring to the game. I wish he was confident in who he is and what he brings to the game.
So like all of us as outsiders, we look at him like he should have maximum.
My point to this whole thing was that this sounds very familiar to what Marty Grimes was just saying about the territorial behavior, the two-sidedness. So according to Berner, if you take this for face value, Berner's seen Josh at Champs, went up and gave him a hug, and Berner is suggesting that Josh went up to Champs and told him not to allow there to be contact between Berner and him. That seems pretty petty. Now, whether or not it's true, Josh has never spoken on this, but the pattern is very clear here in regards to the relationship that people are experiencing and kind of what's happening in the backgrounds. It seems to be two different things. And so when I hear that Josh and Berner shelf their beef just 2 months after Berner just said that to Adam on the No Jumper podcast, and the only response from Berner was just a few clouds on a tweet, is the business solved, or was there just an exchange of money? Is there I got a feeling there's a collaboration coming. There's some kind of profitable experience, something that's going to explain why out of nowhere these two have squashed their beef, and I haven't seen any kind of response from Berner in regards to why. Just a post from Josh saying that we've worked things out, which is a very business savvy publicist crafted response. But that's my opinion, and I'm curious what you guys think, because maybe I'm reading into this too much. Maybe there's some kind of other, say, story or event that explains this whole happening. However, it just seems to me that we've been here before, and we're here again, and I'm trying to figure out why. What do you guys think? Don't forget you can at me at Pigeons420 over on X. If I don't happen to see your comment right now, and I'm always looking. Thanks for helping out Mrs. P with the audio too, by the way. Much appreciated. Not sure why that was.
I don't know. I thought we had it fixed, but
well, we did fix it.
Oh no! I thought we had it fixed before the show.
Me too, but we can't actually hear what they hear all the time.
That's true.
But I did see the two audio waves moving.
Yeah, but one of them was muted. So I didn't think that. I don't know. Anyway.
No, I the monitor and output. That's what it was. It was monitor only. No, that's not what we wanted either. Yeah, I don't know.
It's an easy fix, but it messes me up when I can't hear the audio.
Right.
So I don't like to do it that way.
Right.
But
right.
No, I appreciate you guys letting me know, though.
Thanks for letting us know. Producers, you guys are executive producer Flock in the building. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You don't think he sold vibes? Oh, sold vibes to Raw. Oh, that's definitely a plausibility.
That's worth a
possibility.
search.
Yeah, check it out. That would, would that explain it? Then, yeah, I don't know. They squashed the beef and then
No.
Well, according to that was Cookies. Sorry, I was watching the No Jumper podcast, and according to Berner, he owns 85% of Cookies. So I wouldn't doubt that he owns the majority of Vibes too.
No, it says Vibes Rolling Paper is an independent brand founded by Bay Area rapper and cannabis entrepreneur Berner, founder of Cookies.
Von Hohenheim. I could see why that would benefit, because if Berner is dropping out of the rolling papers realm, why not squash the beef? Because essentially you're just giving the win to Josh and then taking another route. It's not necessarily an L, because there could have been there's a money transition, right? You're taking a bag while he's taking there might be in the contract, we squash this beef, whatever. And all he says is he has to respond, and he responds with clouds. But that's just the conspiracy theorist in me. That's not actually what anything alludes to. But what are the current scores? 3-1. 3-1. But that assumes that whatever assets they have are relevant. Yeah, it'll honestly be just a share of the market, if anything, market share. There doesn't have to be any assets in Vibes to be worth it or relevant to Raw. He just needs that market share and one less. And probably wouldn't even terminate the name, would keep Vibes in the name and then just produce them under Raw Rolling Papers. But again, I just want to stress that I'm just kind of figuring it out. But as I mentioned, this is all just my opinion, and this is all just a conversation to see where we end up. However, one thing I wanted to discuss today. Hey, Blazing A's in the house. Good to see you, friend. Shout out to you and the missus. First live chat I've seen since talking to Holy Toledo. LJ, good to see you, friend. Welcome in. Here's a story I wanted to cover. This is one that just hit me just a few hours ago, so I really didn't have an entire time to gather the response or any kind of additional opinions or conversation. I just landed on my lap and I carried it. I ran with it. Now, with that being said, I felt as if all the facts that I've collected are pretty solid and pretty legit, and I have an extensive understanding of what happened here. So I felt as if taking the story on right now wasn't a bad idea. If you've been paying if you've been paying attention to Instagram, and if you haven't, fantastic, good for you. I happen to have seen a post today from my friend Mr. Todd McCormick, and was he upset? He made a post that one can only hope to never have to make in his life. Here it is.
Hey everybody, it's messed up that I even have to make this video, but it just came to my attention that someone named Heston Alcorn goes by the name Flora Farm on Instagram and X, is spreading a pretty horrible rumor about me, and it's absolutely untrue. And I just sent him a letter that is just not suitable for Instagram. And I'm really angry right now, and I'm just trying to be cool and calm and cool. You know, like, it's internet trolls can really just, you know, and I just saw this right now. Somebody I know posted something, and in it, the guy is saying something, and, you know, personally, I think there should be a cold place in hell for anybody who touches a child. And for him to be spreading a rumor about me is just absolutely insane. And I couldn't be angrier, to be blunt. And it just drives me crazy how the internet is used by people who just sit at home and they're such trolls. So, sorry I have to make this video, but I can't believe what I just saw. And I lived my whole life based on my reputation, man. I went to prison. I walked away from everything I earned in my life, everyone I loved. I had to go self-surrender to 5 years because every time I ran into anything in life, I always try to do the right thing, no matter what the situation is. And to have somebody spreading such a horrible rumor about me is just... I'm trying to be very PG right now. This is Instagram, so... peace and rainbows and all that shit, but yeah, I hope everybody has a good night. Peace.
So for a little context, I first was thinking, wow, OMG, what's going on? And I really didn't know what to think of it. I immediately was like, I need to get to the bottom of this. And that's when I find another video. And then all of a sudden I'm starting to see some more, I'm starting to get some more context here. The individuals that we're talking about are Todd and being called out by, sorry, what was the name, Mrs. P? From Floraflex. Or sorry, Flora Farms.
Yes.
And, well, again, I'll let Todd explain it in this video. Muted bottom left, bottom right.
Yep.
No.
Hang on.
Yeah, okay. No. It's the Instagram's muted.
Oh.
Mad.
Sorry.
Because obviously people spreading rumors like this against my reputation is
okay.
pretty outlandish. And he called me back and he just apologized. And we had
go back?
pretty much a heart-to-heart conversation. And I really feel like there's a cancer.
Go back to the other scene. And then refresh that. There we go. Just so we can get it from the start.
I got you. It's not my first day, I swear.
No.
Everybody, as if life could not be stranger. Last night I called my former customer Heston pretty mad because obviously people spreading rumors like this against my reputation is pretty outlandish. And he called me back and he just apologized. And we had pretty much a heart-to-heart conversation. And I really feel like there's a cancer in this industry these days. There are so many people that are literally so quick to spread rumors that are based on absolutely nothing and attack the reputation of people that don't deserve to be attacked. Straight up. I mean, if it isn't for the fuckboys trying to get prohibition-era profits in the face of legalization, we literally have infighting in this industry that is ridiculous. And it should really end. Cannabis is a very positive experience for most of us. It has benefited our lives. It has made our lives better. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for that wonderful plant. And I think that we should all try to draw inspiration from it, draw some positivity from it, and spread love, spread light, spread laughter. That's really what we should be doing. Not trying to take each other down. I mean, really. I mean, if somebody's doing something that's wrong, abso-fucking-lutely excommunicate them from the community, you know? But we really should be trying to spread positivity and not negativity. That would be the best thing we could do for this industry. We should try to see if we could collectively lower the prices, increase availability of cannabis, and make the world a happier, more peaceful place.
So Heston from Flora Farms posted a video to which is no longer available that started slinging allegations, a ton of negativity, and essentially lies towards Todd McCormick. And Heston from Flora Farms responds to that video with an apology video. Here it is.
Well, I just got off the telephone with Todd McCormick. We actually had a really nice conversation. Came to an understanding. I apologized about some widely inaccurate, baseless statements I had made in anger about him, and I publicly admit that there was no evidence, no base for those accusations. It was just I was mad and said some horrible shit I shouldn't have on the internet. And man, I apologize to everybody. I've been super negative this last 6 months, 8 months, a year now. Sucked right into this social media negativity. And I apologize to everyone out there. I used to enjoy making content and talking about organic soil. It's just a fight with everybody all the time. So again, Todd, I'm sorry. I'm going to be stepping away from social media here. Everybody have a great summer out there.
So as you can see, also, if you can go back there, Todd accepts the apology. You can see in the comment there, he says, I accept the apology and I respect the way that he took responsibility and apologized. We will make mistakes, but it's how we deal with them that matters. The first thing that crosses my mind is it's amazing how quick people are to spread lies and just information that they have no knowledge of out of sheer publicity or clicks. Now, it's kind of ironic that with this platform, I'd like to go over these very stories. And the reality is getting this kind of information incorrect, or any information incorrect, when I post content, is imperative that I ensure that the information is correct, that there is valid sources to the claims that I'm going to put forward. I wasn't even going to cover this. But then at the last minute, this story happened over the course of the last X number of days, the last day or so, like 12 hours.
The first video was 13 hours ago.
So 13 hours, and I just got wave of it just before the show, probably about a couple hours. And so to fit it in, I was like, I didn't know if I knew everything, and then I saw that Heston from Flora Farms deleted the video. I thought, what do I have? I just have claims being made. But then you have the apology video. Not only does that kind of put a whole cap to the story there to get Flora Farms' side of things, but more importantly, I wanted to highlight the story not only because Todd was being, what's the word, discriminated against, was being defamed, but because there was a cap to it. Flora Farms took the stance as a man to apologize for his actions. And one can judge and say, what you do is what you do. But from that video that I saw from Flora Farms, that is a man who is incredibly embarrassed, looks very sympathetic, remorseful for his actions. And it's not easy, particularly as somebody who owns a brand, to come out and say these things. That's why it blows my mind that anybody would say these kind of things in the first place if they are blatant lies and complete fabrication. It's kind of mind-blowing that you would just kind of blow your reputation over someone else's lies. However, it takes a man to apologize, and in a very small way, I can understand and kind of see why somebody would get caught in the spiral of negativity that is social media. Now, it's not everywhere, but if you're looking for it, you will find it. And it's not hard to get an algorithm on the internet to switch to such harsh negativity. And particularly as someone myself who understands how blood sells, sex sells, drama sells. I didn't invent this. Neither did Flora Farms, neither did Todd. But the reality is that that's what happens. And in order to get momentum, it seems, on social media, you have to spread negativity. I didn't invent this, but it's an obvious observation. So to me, to see someone sit there and openly admit that they were susceptible and swamped by that spiral of negativity, to me is the first step in understanding that A, you have a problem, but B, there's a problem to avoid in general. And so, like I said, a small part of me can see why someone who's trying to gain traction, trying to gain momentum, it's very easy to jump on the parade of fuck this and screw you. It is. It's a lot easier to just trample on people than it is to help a guy up and to carry them with you, right? Or to run along with, right? It takes a lot of ego and a lot of discipline to not say I'm going to win, but we're going to do this together, right? It takes a lot of might to overcome that, and I think history is pretty good evidence of that. I feel bad for Todd. I feel bad for anyone who has to deal with this kind of accusation, these kind of accusations, particularly as a man to a man, someone who enjoys being involved in community. I love to surround myself with youthfulness and kids are amazing. And it's tough being a man already within society amongst children. And so these kind of allegations are crushing, dude. And I feel for any man who has to deal with that. But more importantly, I'm thankful that this story spanned over the course of 9 hours, 8 hours. Like, it wasn't very long. I just hope that it doesn't gain any kind of traction. But I wanted to cover it because I seen what was said. I seen the response. And I wanted to put it together so that if anybody caught the story, they wouldn't just catch the beginning, the middle, or the end. They catch the whole damn thing and get the whole story as one. This is Tea with P. Nothing is off the table, whether you like it or not. That's the way it is. I'm here for open conversation. And I lately I've seen the comments. It's like drama this, drama that, and why are we highlighting this, guys? I'm trying to highlight on Tea with P all aspects of community, culture, science, and health in our space, right? And I'll tell you, as someone who's trying to highlight the good, the positive, all of it, I'll tell you what gets clicks. And it just so happens to be the drama, the conversation amongst the individuals in this space. I'm trying to form it in a way that we can have a conversation about it without just highlighting the drama, but it's like people are curious about this kind of information. They want this kind of stuff. And if we can have a quality conversation here first, I'm all about it. So this is Tea with P every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central. Don't forget to tune in. And don't forget to comment, okay? Don't forget to comment. That's what's important. Crafting the show here to be what it is through your involvement. Okay, and you guys have seen some changes. We got a new thumbnail. Idiom, thanks for the input. I appreciate you. I hope you guys enjoyed the new thumbnail for episode 100, going on almost, 2.5, 3 years, Mrs. P? Was it 2024 when we started?
I think so.
Shoosh. Sheesh. We're 2 years into this gig. And it's like I want it to be the show that you appreciate coming back to every single week. So here we are.
I have 2 takeaways from this story.
What you got, Miss P? Hit me.
Number 1, I can tell in that first video how upset Todd is.
Yeah, we've talked to him a lot, haven't we?
But he is the most respectful, calmest, angry person I've ever seen in my life. And he does it so perfectly because he knows he's on the internet and he knows it's going to be around forever. And he doesn't want to come off like that. He doesn't want to come off as an angry person.
Sure.
And I respect that. Number 2 is, what happened to calling people a bitch?
That's not the word you used earlier.
It's not the word I used earlier, and I'm not going to say it on the internet.
See you next Tuesday. That's what she was saying. Okay.
What happened to calling people things? Why do we jump immediately? This isn't the first or last case that we have seen of people calling other people this on the internet, and I feel like it is such an extreme word.
And that's why, because I feel like it's the ultimate, I'm gonna fucking stab them in the back,
but it will
thing.
Ruin someone's life.
And isn't that why? I'll never understand it either. I don't have that much hate in my heart for anything.
Let's honestly think about it. If this guy didn't apologize, didn't post a second video, didn't cap off this story, this would have gone on for days, weeks, months, years. It would have ruined Todd's life.
It certainly could have. Yep.
And that's devastating. And so I'm glad that it ended this way, but let's just go back to calling people
bitches,
assholes, or
Yep.
I don't know. There's better things to call somebody. You can be creative. But yeah, those are my takeaways. Also, Vegas just won 4-2.
Let's go. That's game 1.
That's game 1.
What do you guys think? That's Mrs. P and I's opinion. We're curious what you guys think. These are things that I feel like we should be talking about, highlighting. And
LJ, what the fuck did I miss?
Great show with JR Token. Yo, Goathead Gardens, man. Thank you very much, dude. See your name a lot, dude. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate you watching that. I really appreciate JR Token for stopping in. Mrs. P's going to throw you a link here in a half a second. I can see her working on it.
Yep. I didn't pull them up ahead of time. I did last week.
Yeah, JR Token's a great dude. I had a hell of a conversation with him, and yeah, I'm thankful that he was able to drop some bangers actually. So if you haven't had an opportunity to check that one out yet, that's on Tea Time with P, over on the podcast channel, over on the conversation channel. Let's call it that. No, the interview channel. That's what we're gonna call it.
We still haven't really decided what the plan is.
I don't know. Part of the reason why I changed the thumbnail for this show, I was like, I can't have the same thumbnail. I'm having this existential crisis.
We'll figure it out.
Yep. Yeah. So can you drop that in the Twitch schools too?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Because there's like almost as many people on Twitch as there are on YouTube. It is a quiet damn night. Thanks YouTube for sending the notifications to all 131,000 of my subscribers.
It is quiet.
Thank you.
Because the hockey game's on.
I can guarantee these stories, the Tokes and Trends, the daily Tokes and Trends videos. So this is a very intimate moment. First of all, I want to thank all, there's 56 people watching on Twitch.
Kitchen party vibes.
It's probably not. It's kitchen party vibes. That's exactly it. And the 100 and some that are watching. I thank you guys for tuning in, because I know of at least the half of you here, you did not get a notification to come. YouTube did not say, ding, Pigeons is now live. Some of you did, but not all. You knew that Pigeons was live on Wednesday at 9 p.m. for Tea with P. And you tapped in. You were here early, John Lindsay, idiom. You were here early, and you were ready. And you are the flock, and I thank you. Some soar with the eagles, others get high with the pigeons. And for those of you that are here, you are the flock. So I thank you for flying with me. Nice and high, baby. I appreciate you. But thank you. What's a fucking notification? Yeah, grow tato. Exactly. Thank you. 131. I'm not trying not to bitch very often. 131,000, and I gotta put either porn or somebody dying in the thumbnail and title for for it to go out.
It is crazy the things that I've seen on YouTube lately that are just allowed. And then I turn around and it's like, oh, this cannabis creator got deleted. Oh, this person got deleted. It's like, really?
GrowDaddy TV, I believe, is struggling with this right now too, getting deleted. Longtime creator in the space. But thank you again to everybody. And LJ, I appreciate your face, brother. Thank you for all the support always, dude. I appreciate your face. Fino Dino, just subscribe to Daily Tokes. Thanks to the link, Mrs. P. Oh, that's fantastic. That might actually have hit 1,300 subscribers over there.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you, guys. It was last week. I think we were celebrating 1,000.
On the show. Yeah.
On the show.
Yeah.
So thank you for 300 subscribers in a week.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic. I appreciate you guys so much. Okay? Thank you. Peace Spread Eagle. Yeah, sometimes. Over on Twitch. All right. Non-glorified. Need a little da-na-na. Isn't that an amazing thumbnail?
It is. I quite like it. It's very vibrant.
I like it. Now, Idiom made up a very good point.
That you need to be bigger?
I need to be bigger.
Yeah.
But as I said to Idiom, you wouldn't believe how many people. Nobody clicks on this because of me. 150 people click on this because of me.
Or did only 130 people click on it because of that?
Maybe they was too big.
Small.
Maybe it is. I was too small. Nobody knew.
They didn't know you were on the show.
I really wanted to highlight and for the record, AI only had like a 4% input on this thumb. I made all of this thumbnail. Okay, this is me. Okay, the thing that I was the most concerned about making prominent, me being there, was an afterthought. Actually, I wanted the T logo to be the most prominent.
That's fair.
I really wanted me to be second to the story / events, but my logo to be, prominent.
Legit.
Yeah. You get worried about using the leaf ever? No, I don't struggle with those battles. B. I've gotten away with like subtleties. Hey, that's my friend. That's my baby brother. Right there.
I thought you were gonna say baby daddy.
That's my baby daddy right there. Well, what? I wasn't gonna out him right away, babe. fuck. Okay, I wasn't gonna let him know. I wasn't gonna let him know. Sorry, dude. It's out there now.
Oh my god. Oh no, it's because I always forget that he's younger than we are. That was good.
Oh, it's out there now. Little butter.
Little P's not mine, guys.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Let's not start that clip. Yeah. Good heavens. This is my cappuccino cup. This is the teacup, actually. Believe it or not.
Is it really?
No, it is.
That was pretty close.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Woo! My beard says I'm older. Yeah, battle. So had a lot of cultural news. However, we got some just headline nudes coming out of the TSA today. Well, it was a couple days ago, but medical cannabis allowed on your flight? ... Well, there's an article that confirms it, thanks to the Vice. These guys. So TSA updated its weed policy. Here's how to travel high this summer. Miss Peel, straighten me out. Airport weed culture has changed a lot over the last few years, even if federal law hasn't exactly kept up. Sorry, I read that weird. Plenty of people are already traveling with gummies, vape pens, pre-rolls, rosin jars, and small Mylar bags of flour the same way they travel with chapstick, snacks, or nicotine pouches. TSA's latest cannabis update feels like another sign that the government at least realizes that is happening. TSA recently updated its What Can I Bring page to list medical marijuana as allowed in both carry-on and checked bags with, quote, special instructions, end quote. The wording alone has been enough to send the cannabis community into a spiral. Because of years, most people have operated under the assumption that bringing any kind of weed to the airport was automatically a terrible idea and needs to be concealed among makeup or toiletry bags. Wow, I thought I invented that idea. The reality is a little more complicated than that. So, no, this isn't some massive federal green light to start stuffing your bags with ounces of flour before a Vegas trip. Wow, I feel like this was written about me, which people have not been doing. Sorry, that's not what it reads. But it does feel a bit less aggressive than how airport cannabis conversations used to go. And TSA kind of had to address it eventually. Cannabis and hemp products have become so normalized that the average airport probably has hundreds, if not thousands of people walking through it every day with edibles in a backpack pocket. When I used to be a bud tent, oh no, I don't need to read that. That said, recreational cannabis is still federally legal. Laws still vary from state to state, and international travel is a completely different level of risk, even though people still do it. The update doesn't erase any of that. It just clarifies TSA's current stance a little more than before. Well, I'll admit, I totally thought I was reinventing the circle, throwing those concentrates into my toiletry bag, because I totally thought that those things looked like lip balm. Man, nobody was going to say nothing, and nobody did say anything, so I was somewhat correct. However, I wasn't reinventing a wheel. Nobody cared. But with that being said, I believe the TSA is not a good indicator as to whether or not the federal government is moving towards a legal system that is going to benefit the majority of citizens. We already know that we are getting a rescheduling, but that only classifies cannabis as a medicinal product, having medicinal benefits, and gives tax relief to those companies that are providing medicinal products to patients. That means nothing to recreation. That means nothing to legal cannabis on a federal level. The TSA is making a move because it's tired of dealing with people transporting weed and having to waste its resources on stopping that. The reality is that nobody with cannabis at a personal level is going to affect anyone. Anyone that doesn't have a personal level, I feel like you should have some sort of reason so that we don't have Asian influence. And I say that without an asterisk. We know that Asian actors are using state legal frameworks to push cannabis. So we don't need Asian influence in any of our markets. We just want to move it on a personal level. If you're going from New York to Berlin for MJ Berlin and you want to move 3-4 pounds, then there should be just an exception to that, a permit for what have you. Any reason or anyone that's going to MJ Berlin or MJ BizCon or some large event that's focused on cannabis, there could be an exception made. Now, with that being said, I'm just kind of curious if and at what level they're going to kind of enforce this, because are they, there's a variety of ways to consume cannabis. Are drinks, edibles, smokables, flour, pens, the stinky stuff. Are they going to allow flour to go? And is it going to be allowed to be opened? Is it going to be, should it be sealed and not to be smelled throughout the cabin? These kind of things. Because that's the next level, really. Could you imagine being 30,000 feet in the air and someone just kicks off their shoes and you got to smell the raunchiness of their 12-hour feet coming through the radiator? Like that should be illegal, right? Unless is a bag of weed, right? You open up, it's that GMO, but it just ranks out, I could see how that could be a little nauseating, but that's getting a little extensive. But where do they regulate that? That's my point, is there's a very wide array, and to just assume everybody who crosses through the metal detectors are guilty of smuggling weed, I think is a horrible stance. But letting them know that, hey, you can get through if it's, for your medical, because let's face it, that's the medical was really turned into just the ability to get your rec through the door. If I'm wrong, comment in the chat. And I use medical for medical reasons, but that's not to say that I don't use my medical card to get me into places with my weed that I wouldn't regularly be able to go. Of course, right? Can keep it in my car. I can transport it regularly, and I can have levels on me higher than those that don't have medical if for whatever reason I get pulled over. So there are benefits to medical that you just don't associate with the rec. And so needless to say, my friends, the TSA makes its move. I do not think it has anything to do with the federal government moving towards legalization. I really think it's just to save resources, time, effort, and energy on behalf of the TSA, and to allow people to just move it and just do what they've already been doing. And the TSA knows they've been doing it so that we can just move things along smoother. But what do you think? What do you think more specifically in regards to how much should you be allowed to bring? If my baggage, for example, if my suitcase, I can claim 50 pounds in my suitcase. If I wanted to bring 50 pounds of cannabis on a plane and transport it between 2 flights, whether domestic or international, should I be allowed to? What do you think? What do you think?
I feel like that's excessive.
Okay.
Just because then the argument is not for personal use. Although, how long are you gone for? Are you gone for 4 days? Are you gone for 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
Also, this whole conversation made me ask, can you take edibles and drinks on planes?
Only because they're not going to test them right there.
But, it's legally purchased. It's legal amounts.
Yeah, but it's not federal. Once you get up in the air, it's federal aviation.
Oh, right. We can do it within Canada.
Yes, we can't leave the country legally.
Right. We can fly domestically with it.
Correct.
Okay. Right. I never really thought about it until you started talking about it. I was like, wait a second. Can you take that on a plane?
But what about alcohol?
You can buy alcohol at the airport and take the alcohol on the plane.
I can take 50 pounds of alcohol, couldn't I?
Absolutely, you can.
No checks, no balances.
Well, no. You're only allowed so much at the duty free, I think.
At the duty free.
And you can't.
But
take,
I brought it in a
you,
check bag.
You can't take liquid through security, though.
Oh, you can't.
No, because remember
Right.
we have to throw our water bottles out, so that wouldn't work for.
Well, we have to throw our bottles out, but we can have a sealed bottle of something in our carry-on, or not our carry-on, in our checked bag.
I don't think you can.
Yep, 100%.
I
Troy
think
brought us liquor from Canada and stuff.
It's under a certain volume.
So that would answer the question. You can't have 50 pounds of liquor.
Yes, because that's same with like shampoo. You can only have a certain amount.
Just type it into
TSA guidelines.
No, I'll just type it into AI. Can you bring 50 pounds of liquor on an airplane? It'll know. It knows everything. Short of the important stuff. Pull it up.
Of course, I'm not even typing.
I think I totally think you could put X number of liquids into your bag. Uncle Strawberry says, not without paying taxes.
Can you bring 50 pounds of liquor on an airplane in your luggage?
Yeah.
Short answer, not by weight alone.
Not by weight alone.
You're limited by alcohol content and volume rules, plus your airline's weight limits.
Well, that's the 50 pounds. So the answer is yes.
So TSA rules for checked baggage. Over 70% or more than 140 proof is prohibited entirely. 24% to 70% or most spirits are capped at 5 liters.
Oh, so no. The answer is no.
Under 24%, most beers and wines, no federal quantity limit in checked bags, but you still must meet airline baggage weight limits and any customs limits when entering a country.
So the key line was right there. No. In your checked bag, there's no federal regulations. It just needs to meet weight. So you could cap out, according to this AI comment, you could cap out your checked bag luggage with alcohol to the limit of your airliner. Mine's 50 pounds. That's what I pay for anyways. So, yeah, okay. So then you should be able to bring that much weed. But you can't bring that much meat, right? Can't bring that much cherries. Yeah, you knew I was going to say that.
Oh, my God, the cherries.
You can't bring that much certain items.
No, there's definitely...
So,
but my thought with, like, if they're packaged, sold, and sealed by the government, but I understand that we're not necessarily flying into where it's legal. That would definitely take
right. Technically, as soon as once you go through security, like, no. Yeah. Once you land and get out of the security of your country, you are on foreign soil, right? At the airport. So legal right away. Even in the international air, I think in the air, once you cross the border in the air, you're technically in American airspace, which is federal, which is illegal. Someone way smarter than me to know this is like, yes, of course, or no. But
well, no, we go through U.S. Customs once we get through, like before we get on the plane.
Yeah, before. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. If it's an American, right, we get into the customs in Canada.
Yeah, because we go through our TSA,
that's correct. Right,
but then we have to deal with
America,
the angry American agents.
That's not true. Don't say that. The most
They're
angry
really
ones are the Canadian ones.
No, they're always really nice. Well, you always joke about your passport picture too, so it always kind of makes them a little.
they're just stern.
Yeah,
they're stern in America.
Which, given the history of all the things that have happened in the air,
should be.
I understand and I appreciate.
Yeah.
So.
They're just stern, but I've gotten the most grief coming back.
Yeah, we have.
Always from the Canadians. Always.
Yep.
They are very straightforward. Okay. Your airport is probably an international airport. Ours is
Yes.
in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
The capital of this country.
Province.
Thank you.
I couldn't tell if you were joking or not.
No, I started to read Guppy Girl Genetics. I keep hitting my water bottle. I keep punching it. Guppy Girl Genetics. See you at the DGC. This Guppy. I will not be at the DGC Cup this year. I have every intention to go next year. This year, I am headed to Germany for MJ Berlin.
And he's so excited about it, you guys.
Yes, I am. I'm very excited. No. Yeah, I'm very excited. I am excited. And it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a good time. And so just because of the proximity of both the time for the DGC and Germany, I won't be able to make it.
Yeah, they're less than a week apart.
It's the same, same week-ish. So
no, you guys are gonna have a blast.
Yeah. However, next year, I do hope to make a road trip down there with Troy and Rob, and get there with Matt. Yeah, it's gonna be a
feel
gay
like
old
if
time.
that is your guys' plan, we should start planning that like
Yesterday
now.
Yeah.
To make sure that it's like a flawless, smooth ride for you guys, because that could turn real chaotic real quick.
Hey, Mrs. P, does Mr. P still do the show with Matt from ICANTC? So far. Yep, so far. We got an next episode posting tomorrow. We just had some things come up for Thursday's episode last week, so we just carried it on. We're going to carry it for tomorrow. But yes, we will miss you, sir. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till next year. I absolutely love the DGC. However, going to Germany, going to Berlin, doing the world's largest cannabis convention, and representing the flock, representing Stash Nutrients, guys, at stashnutrients.com. Go and get yourself a very affordable, all-natural dry amendment for your garden today, crafted for quality cannabis. Okay, go and check that out, stashnutrients.com. You won't be disappointed. And so needless to say, I'm going on behalf of the flock and Stash Nutrients. And so this means the world to me, man. Not only is my own company, my own community is sending me to Germany. Pretty fucking epic. Pretty damn epic. Paid for by me, of course. But we're going to have some fun. And I can't wait. The goal is to sit down with some very important people and hash out how we can bring Stash Nutrients to Germany and all of the world. See how I did that? All of the world. That's the goal. Okay? That's the goal. Mrs. P, get some free tea. To get some free me time. Yep.
No.
I'm excited for you, man. It's going to be good, Edie. I'm really excited too, man. Thank you.
I get some Lil P time.
That's a flawless victory, Skittles. You're right. Germany is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I totally agree. And so, like I said, it's an honor to be in a position like this where I can do it and represent pretty much what I stand for, which is pretty damn sweet. Okay? And shout out to, I'm going to be there with Rob. I'm going to be there with Troy. I'm going to be there with Matt. I believe Strange Show is going as well. I believe... Oh, there's going to be a host of people that show up. Oh, there's so many. I'm sorry. I wish I could think of them all, but...
I hope Strange Show doesn't have issues with his luggage like last year.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope I don't have... I've had issues with my own damn luggage. I hope I don't have issues.
Yeah, but we knew, like, we figured out pretty quick it was our fault.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
I don't think his was his fault.
I'm going to give it a shot, Tasty Gen X. I'm going to try everything. Das Stash coming soon. Yeah. That's funny. So yeah. I'm very, very stoked. Very, very stoked for this. I'm just very nervous about flying. And I don't want to be away from my family because I really enjoy being here. I enjoy the solitude of Hollywood studios. This is we need a new name for it. This is Flockwood. We're gonna move on from Hollywood. We're at Flockwood Studios. But anyways, it's safe here, and I enjoy safe. I enjoy control over everything.
I do too, but
Germany.
but
Germany.
you're gonna have a blast with the boys. Grandpa P is gonna come and help us out at home.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna need somebody to help me get Lil P to and from places, and it's gonna be great.
Birds can't be scared of the sky. Yes, they can.
It's not the sky he's afraid of.
Yes, they can.
He's just falling out of it that he worries about.
Yeah, FFP experiences. I know. I want to be very grateful. And like I said, I want to be very grateful, and I want to do these things. It's the safest way to travel. ... However, anxiety exists, and these are only things that drugs can handle. All right? So we'll do those drugs, and we will make sure that we fly with no problem at all.
Yep.
It'll be just fine. So we'll be good. That poor guy. I can't believe they took his channel away. Yes. But I want you to know, too, that he is still, quote unquote, he, as in Strange Show, is still posting videos for free on his Patreon. Okay. In your defense, P, not all birds can fly. Yeah, I'm a pigeon that identifies as a penguin. Okay. A king penguin. All right. Oh, Texas right there. Can you call you penguins? Yeah, there you go. You said it first. I didn't see that. For free. I don't know what I said. A buff pigeon. Yeah, it's me. I was a flight attendant for like 6 years a decade ago. Super safe. A little bumpy is okay too. I know. Mrs. P can tell you that.
Aw.
She loves bumpy rides.
I wish I knew that little old lady's name.
That helped us? Yeah, it helped you? Yeah.
That helped me through my first flight to Vegas. Love you, whoever you are. Hope you're safe and sound.
Yep.
And I had been on a plane before. It had just been a really long time.
Yeah, that's okay. We had a good time. We made it. It was just we had never, we were first adults, right? First time adult flight, right?
First time adult flight, and that was awful turbulence.
Yeah, I haven't had turbulence like that since.
No.
I've had turbulence. Well, I've only had turbulence like that once since, I should say. Yeah. Nothing like that.
No, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
I thought we were going down.
Yep. No one else cared either.
Nope. Everybody else was fine.
Played it
she
off
was
like-
holding my hand, trying to calm me down. You're on the other side, try not to freak out.
Yeah, I had to wear that one off.
Yep.
Turbulence is the best part, Skittles. That fear of like falling out of the sky and near death. Skittles loves that shit.
No, it's
Skittles
not.
loves that shit.
Nope.
Oh, that's too funny. No, it's going to be cool, man. I'm barely going to sleep, so it's going to be great for Rob and I because we're both going to entertain each other from wee hours of the morning to the wee hours of the night.
Oh, I thought you meant on the flight.
Oh,
Like,
no.
You got like a 14-hour flight.
There's no way I'm going to be able to sleep. Not only am I barely going to be recovered from the jet lag. Now, normally that's tiredness, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like loopiness.
Well,
maybe
from being tired from the time difference. It's what, 8 hours difference? We figured out?
Yeah. 6 hours to London. I think it's like 7 or 8. Yeah, 7 or 8. For my Berlin crowd, my Germany crowd, what time is it right now? Germany crowd, what time is it right now? Okay. We got a strong Germany crowd, believe it or not.
I saw a lot of people commenting that they were going to be there because they live there. It is 7 hours ahead.
7 hours ahead.
In Berlin.
Okay.
So we're going to have to time out our daily
So
phone
I'll be
calls.
calling you first thing in the morning, and it'll be the end of the night.
You'll be calling me in your morning and my night?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, because you won't have time to talk to me in the morning. Oh, it's the weekend, though, right?
No. It's like Tuesday to Sunday.
What? It's not that long?
Yeah, it is.
No.
You leave on the 9th.
Uh-huh.
And you get home at the end of the 14th. Your flight leaves at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and you get home sometime in the evening on the
I
Sunday.
forgot. Oh, I forgot that like there's a day for traveling on each side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I'm only there for 3 days. Right, but I have to travel the other 2 days. I forgot. Oh, dude, it's okay. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Cut, Mrs. P, cut. Everything is not fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine. Yep. No, it's gonna be good. Yep. You should be cruising with time. Yeah. It'll be done. The craziest thing about all these kind of things is how fast it actually does go by.
Mm-hmm.
How quick, it's like before you know it, you're slapping hands and you're saying goodbye. So, it's just like, ugh. So I do want to make sure that even though I'm going to be petrified, I'm not going to be petrified. Even though, I have to enjoy the flight. I have to enjoy the airport time. I have to enjoy all that stuff because that's the part where it's like, it's going to go the slowest, right? And I want to be able to make sure that I soak that up. Because before I know it, it'll be all done. And the next Monday, Tuesday after the trip, I'm going to be like, fuck, man, that was insane. Man, we were doing it. Right? So, yeah. And I'm going to bring you guys along for the whole thing. I'm going to try to anyways. I'm really good at soaking up an experience, though. That's the thing. Is everyone's on their phones and cameras around me, and I won't be on anything, so I have a problem with that. So I got to make sure I work. I got to stay focused and work and create some content, some wicked content, but nothing that blows. Like I really want to soak up the experience. Right? When you get consumed into the content, there's no experience whatsoever. I'll be totally honest. You just get consumed with making sure camera looks good, lighting looks good, tech is working, everything's charged, everything's communicating, the laptop's running, the drone's got everything. It's just like there's so much involved, and I am not bitching whatsoever, but it's like I want to soak this shit up. It's fun doing all the creating stuff too, but if you turn the experience into creation, then you don't actually get the experience itself. And I know this from firsthand.
But I get to experience it when you get home because I get to watch it all.
Yeah. And I do like going back and seeing all that stuff too.
Oh, I love going back and watching all the raw footage from our first Vegas trip. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Yep. I remember standing on the balcony of the Hard Rock Cafe, taking in Vegas, being like, wow.
Yep.
How did this happen? Dude? Yeah. Pretty sweet. Fly first class. You'll love it. I can't afford first class. Are you kidding me? I can't even afford economy. Are you kidding me? It was like 21 or it was like $2,000 to fly. Like it's too much expensive. It's too expensive. And first class, heavens no. There's no way I could give that much money to an airline. Just
and for what?
For a bigger chair.
Yeah.
Forget that. No. I honestly, whether it's my ADHD, whether it's a personality disorder, whether it's whatever I have, dude, I am such a self-contained box of joy. You can sit me anywhere you want. I am contained in this little box. And as long, for the most part, as no one's getting in my box, and on an airplane, yeah, it gets tight, but no one really gets in your box. If my box is the chair, and sometimes you got to battle for the armrest, but like even if it's a battle for the armrest, you win. Fuck, I'm just gonna curl up in a little ball. I don't care. I can do me, and I do me very well. I'm so comfortable in my own skin. I'm so good at keeping myself entertained that what happens outside my bubble doesn't matter, man. I put my headphones in. I've got my phone, and if I didn't have my phone, I got my imagination. If I didn't have my headphones, I would have my imagination. I would maybe I wouldn't even shut my eyes. I don't know what I would do because I've had my headphones and my phone every time. But it's like I don't need them. So I don't mind sitting economy, honestly, whatsoever. I don't care how rich I get. I will, if I have to continue flying for the rest of my life, I don't care. I could see a private jet, though, Flock. What do you think about that? That we share with other people. A private jet would be amazing, but that's such an incredible expense. I don't think I just fly. If the cheapest seat is an economy seat, then that's what I'm taking. I don't care.
LJ says, don't try to get 84 lighters through customs in Europe.
Okay.
Noted.
Are you sure though? Because they're now starting to die.
Yeah, what'd you say you went through like 4 or 5 today?
No, so over the course of the last couple days, I've been using so for those of you TLDR, for those of you, it's going on a year now, Mrs. B. Well, no, it isn't. Half a year. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, the best packaging ever coming out of my friend Mr. ROBCL TV's basement. This is Stash Bloom. Okay? Stash Bloom bag. Absolutely stunning. This is the 15-pound bag. This 15-pound bag is absolutely full of lighters. You can see them in the bottom. No joke. No joke. Those are all real lighters, not a fake bottom. Those are all real lighters. And so I would say smuggle, but I didn't smuggle them at all. I just brought them in my luggage, and my luggage was searched both ways. And they saw them. I brought 85 lighters home from Vegas from MJ BizCon. All different kinds. These ones are actually my favorite ones. But anyways, they're kind of different bottoms.
Yeah, I like those ones too.
There's a tradition. I don't even have traditional ones out. It doesn't matter. But yeah, check it. No, that's the other one.
That's
no,
your black
just the tradition. Nope. Yeah. That one. Yeah, the white one.
Oh.
Just the traditional. So you have the traditional, then you got this one. It's kind of a little more sleek on the profile, which is kind of what I like. Okay.
You got a lot of those ones.
I do. I like these ones. Well, I've been using like 5 of them instead of like just a couple. And I was like, you know what? None have died. Well, just the other day, all of a sudden one died. Then the next day, another one died. And then now this one's dying. Oh, it was, but it's not. It got a little burst. So I was like, they're all going to die. All in once. And then I'm going to start another 5. But yeah, so needless to say, I'll keep you guys posted on my lighter ordeals. Okay. I can't remember what we were talking about before that, but needless to say, my bubble is very small, and I can handle other people. I really can. The biggest thing is smell. Biggest thing is smell, because you really can't unsee a bad smell, and the bad smell can be BO, and the bad smell can be fucking too much perfume. They both go the same way. But
you can't unsee a bad smell.
Yeah, I can close my eyes to a lot of shit. But shit itself stinks. And I can't close my eyes to that. So I have to endure it. And I don't like that. But that's just like another trip at Walmart. So get over it.
As I say, I feel like I always appreciate our flights so much because our very first one was like mid-COVID. And so not only did you have to wear a mask the entire time, which was so hot and sweaty, but protocols in the airport and the hotel and everything were so strict. So now it's just like a free-for-all. I mean, you still bring your hand sanitizer and try and stay clean, but it's a little more breathable.
Yeah. Yep. A little more breathable. So, Mrs. P, to cap off, check on my... Hold on a second. I had some things to see, some funnies that I wanted to share.
Oh.
But I didn't pull them up. So let me check it. On
X?
Oh, yeah. I also wanted just one more time for anyone who showed up that hasn't checked it out yet. Tokes and Trends. Tokes and Trends just crossed 1,300 subscribers. Thank you for that, friends. I'm trying to get to my likes here. It won't let me, so I gotta reopen this. Profile. How come I can't see my likes? I can't scroll across on my likes on my phone for some reason. Of course not. Of course not. Also, too, if you did not see, I sat down with the man, myth, legend himself, Mr. J.R. Tokens from Canna Buzz, and I did that over on my Tea Time podcast. If you haven't had an opportunity to check out that, I strongly encourage you do. I think you're going to love it. Really broke down some craziness. Actually, you know what? Just scroll through my likes. We got some cool shit in there. Just start from the top.
Okay.
When you're ready there. Oh, you don't. Yep. There we go.
Working on it.
So before we get started too, I want to mention that my likes don't always correspond with my opinion. I like to use the like feature on Instagram and on X as a way to bookmark content. So if you see something that's liked, it doesn't necessarily mean that I like or enjoy it. And I just want to state that because I like a lot of crazy shit, because I want to make sure that I gather opinions from all kinds of areas and on stories and so on and so forth. I unliked a lot of things because I realized either A, it's not true. There was some facts, some science things that had like some community notes under it that eventually became evident that the story I had wasn't true. So those kind of things. So anyways, feel free to bring her back up, Mrs. P. Go ahead. So the first thing I checked out was Judging a Competition by Dopez Yola. Check that out, Mrs. P. He has to sample all this stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what a horrible job, eh?
No kidding.
What a horrible job. There's some good stuff there too. I can see the Keef drink. Apparently Keef in the top left corner.
Oh yeah. We
You
talked
can't-
about that.
Yeah, I don't actually, can you put it on me for a second? I think I can zoom in farther than you. Oh, no. Yeah. No, I can't. A little bit. Yeah, right here. There's this right here. It doesn't quite show, hey?
No. I might be able to.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
This one?
Yeah, on the far right, actually.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, Keef. Keef has apparently the best.
Coke?
Yeah.
Was that what we got
Yeah.
told? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've drank it. I enjoy it. Yeah. Did I say apparently, though?
You did say.
I said, apparently, yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it has the best Coke.
That's awesome.
Coca-Cola beverage-like substance. May I be a little more specific? And then pass that one down to the Alpha Fox. After that one, this one. Check this one out. So, is there music? Nah, don't worry about it. Let's not play it. No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. So he's 260 milligrams for the Cleveland Marathon. I would love to see if there's audio. Play it for a half second.
Phones are on, but they're not going.
There we go.
All vibes. 9 miles in, we're feeling strong, and eddies are smacking. 10 miles in, almost done. Nips are starting to chafe. Yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting brutal. All right, mile 13. 130 more milligrams of these eddies. Let's go.
A little power up, another 260.
Down the hatch.
Look at this man.
Mile 14. Those eddies were unnecessary. I'm already fried.
My Instagram has a good one.
Lap 18. We're getting
My
nasty.
Instagram has another good one. Maybe we can throw that on the other monitor.
Mile 20. 24 miles in. Your boy's cramping bad. Last few miles, I was locked out of my
Look at
phone,
that.
but we did
This is
it.
the
We
end.
did it.
Wow. 26.66 miles, 9.05 minutes per mile, and it took 6 hours and 2 minutes. That right there is a superhuman. Superhuman. Hold on, Ms. B. I think I can find this one.
Well, I'm having it on the vertical screen is not
It's not a no, yeah.
advantageous
That-
at all.
That's okay. It was a redhead.
That's okay. Let me just see if I can pull it up on this one.
Nope, I didn't save it. Oh, there's so many things I see and then I don't actually save.
I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, I should send this to
Yeah,
you guys.
but I
No.
didn't.
No.
Needless to say, there was a meme of this guy taking an edible and then doing yard work and him just passing out.
I love it.
Essentially.
I love it.
But there was this other thing I wanted to see. The top on the Instagram, the guys laughing, sitting back to back.
The Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even find your.
Under the activity, on the bottom left, 3 lines, your activity.
Yeah, dashboard.
Your activity likes. Yeah, dashboard and then likes.
I don't have likes.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Maybe I'm just too zoomed in. There we go.
And you don't need to use the vertical monitor now that it's.
No.
on
I
the-
know.
Yeah, okay.
The two guys. laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, this one. I've seen these guys before, and I absolutely love their stuff.
He's just knocked on my door. Said my dog was chasing a kid on his bike. I just shut the door. My dog doesn't even have a bike. I found out that my wife is a ghost. I have my suspicions when she walked through the door. The police just knocked on my door.
Oh my god.
Anyways, there's just some good.
That was great.
Go to the first one on the same thing.
The one that you showed me.
Yeah. Oh man. This is what the internet is for, ladies and gentlemen.
This is exactly what the internet is for. Hang on. Okay.
Mom.
Yes, it's a baby. She's a baby.
It's
honey.
moving. It's moving weird.
She's a girl, and it's your niece.
Yeah, hi, little fella.
Hello, little fella,
Mom.
honey.
Mom.
Smile.
Get it.
No, smile
Get it,
for the
get it.
camera.
Get it.
Please
It's
just
moving
smile. Mommy.
Get it quick. Get it quick.
That's a terrible smile, honey.
Mom.
Smile.
She smells like poop. Mom.
Yes, it's a baby.
That wasn't the one you showed me.
No, if you it's a few down if you want to do that one too.
I feel like I have to now.
Yeah. She's got a little bit bigger. Or she got a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
there.
she's a little smaller now.
Ugh, she's gassy.
Hi, honey. That's you. That's not her.
That's not me. That's the baby.
Isaac, it's you. I can see it on your face.
the
Go to the
baby.
bathroom.
You got her crying because she's pooping now.
No. It's you. You're gross. Stop. Go to the bathroom,
That's the
Isaac.
baby. She's gassy.
It's not the baby. Ew, you're gross. Go to the bathroom.
Oh man. Yeah.
Only because we have a 15-year-old son and he does the exact same face.
Yeah. There's just that's what the internet is for.
That's exactly what it's for. To make you laugh at something so...
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. Go a little bit farther. Oh, actually, right below that one, there's one with Dr. Riley Kirk.
On Instagram?
Yeah. She's holding a vape and a joint.
I assume this is her?
Yeah.
These are...
I love that I have to like zoom in and out every time that I want to like use the page.
Two popular ways of consuming cannabis flower, smoking and dry herb vaping. And a new white paper was just published that looked at exactly what you're inhaling, depending on what method that you choose. The results are pretty insane. It shows that if you choose a dry herb vaporizer, you are reducing the amount of potentially harmful compounds entering your lungs by up to 99%. This isn't super surprising because when we do smoke, we are combusting everything in that plant material at temperatures over 900 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to burn the medicinal compounds as well as the non-medicinal compounds like cellulose and produce some byproducts that probably aren't the best for our delicate lung tissues. When we choose a dry herb vaporizer, we are heating that plant material only hot enough to be able to vaporize the medicinal compounds that we're after, like the cannabinoids and the terpenes, and we leave behind all the rest of the plant material. In this study, when the researchers burned the joint, they detected benzene, formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, PAHs, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, and many other toxicants. And some of these are the same compounds that make smoking anything harmful to our lungs. And for some of the toxicants they detected in the joint, the levels that they detected in one joint were higher than the daily recommended inhalation limits. When they tested for these compounds in the vaporizer, they found that many of them were non-detectable, and if they were detectable, they were in significantly lower levels. This data is incredibly helpful so consumers and medical patients can make data-driven decisions about what consumption method is right for them and weigh the pros and cons pounds of each. If you want to read the whole white paper, head to pax.com/science. These are two.
So go back to the comments. The way that she posts this comment. A new white paper published by PAX official looked at how vaporization devices can reduce the amount of byproducts exposed to the lungs compared to smoking. The experiments The experiments used the same flower and same puff profiles and forced that.
Found.
Sorry. It's so hard for me to see. It could just scroll in a little bit more. No. There we go.
These are two popular ways of consuming.
The experiments used the same flower and same puff profiles and found that using dry herb vaporizers reduced the amount of potential harmful byproducts produced by up to 99%. These byproducts include compounds like benzene. She said them best. I'm not going to try to repeat them. All of which have been flagged as potentially carcinogenic. Compounds that are created when burning most organic materials, not cannabis specific. This information is key in weighing the pros and cons of each consumption method for consumers and medicinal patients. Can you scroll up? I can't see. Learn more and read the full paper at pax.com/science, as she mentioned. Now, the further before I get to the comments in there, I want to mention too that there's a little bit of criticism in there in regards to who published the white paper. This is by PAX Official, and PAX Official is a vaporizer. It's a vaporizer company, and there's some criticism through the comments saying, well, I would like to see this paper produced by somebody other than a vaporizing company. And although that is a valid criticism, I don't think it should stand as an entire criticism. So which one is it? Wake Me, when the white paper in favor of vaporized herb is published by an independent third party instead of the leading vaporizer brand. This reads more like a thinly veiled advertisement for PAX. And if you open up, I think so. There's Dr. Riley Kirk, aka Canna by Chem, responds and says, "I tried to make it clear they were publishing the data, and it's a white paper. Still cool data, and would love to see it repeated by a third party." And so, should I have read further down in the comments? Knew I wasn't alone in this. It's so yeah, someone just agreeing. I don't need to read that anyways. You guys can go to this post. It's still public, still live. All these are live comments. But all I wanted to mention was that it's a valid criticism to assume that the leading vaporizer company would publish a white paper that is beneficial to vaporizers and PAX in particular. The reality is, though, is that third-party studies, third-party actors aren't paying this kind of money to get this kind of data. This data serves a particular subsection of a community, and that's the vaporizer community and the smoking community. And so, and the vaporizer production model and product itself, and the community as a whole, and the people who use them. I'm stumbling over my words here because I want to be very specific. But the reality is that I do think there's some legitimacy to this paper. I think with any information, you should read it with a grain of salt. You should read it, find the facts, double check them, do your homework, and then come to your own conclusions. And that's okay. If you've been steered down the wrong path, if you did your homework and still came to that path, well, I think the reality is that we could have been duped, but at a certain point, we do need to extrapolate information and resources from where they are being provided. And in this case, it's being extrapolated and provided by PAX. I would love to see a third party, but the reality is that I just don't see the interest in anyone else doing this kind of study, unless it's a health organization, a government organization, and we're paying for that. So, with that being said, I'm curious what you think. Are you a vaporizer? Are you a smoker? Do you think that there is some validity to this study? Would you like to see more studies? And if so, who's going to conduct these studies? The government? Healthcare? Because these funds are inevitably going to be passed on to the consumer / taxpayer. But I also think that Dr. Riley Kirk is somebody in our community who we can trust. I think it's somebody who we should be allowing to ask these kind of questions and also give this sort of information. Dr. Riley Kirk isn't dumb. I had a great conversation with her over on Tea Time with P, and I encourage you to go and check it out. It was a fantastic episode, actually. Almost 3,000 views. Thank you guys for that. On a channel with less than 2,000. Thank you. Or whatever, barely over 2,000. Thank you. It was a great conversation. I'm a fan of hers. I think that she is in favor of cannabis, and she is in favor of the community within, and should be given the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the validity of this information, and assuming she did her homework. Now, there was further criticism that maybe she was paid to produce this content or to produce this information. I'm in no position to say one way or the other whether or not she got paid. There's nothing to confirm that. But I don't see a problem in that. If somebody has a message to spread and they wanted to use her platform to do it, what a great way to collaborate. And if that involved a financial transaction, then so be it. But this is part of us coming to our own conclusion, reading these studies with a grain of salt, right? And I don't mean a grain of salt as in like it's just high criticism and high levels of doubt. I just mean that there are always outside narratives that come into play. So let's read the science for what it says and do our homework and then come to a conclusion. So no actual proof, one study, non-peer reviewed, just AI slop. Hard to say. I would encourage you to read the study and then come to your own conclusion. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, that's just my opinion. All right? So, Mrs. P's tapping her watch. Okay? It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to Tea with P. Okay? I want to thank you guys for making this a fantastic episode. If you have any comments, concerns, if you want to dive into these conversations a little bit deeper, I encourage you to hit me up on X, on Twitch tomorrow at Pigeons420. This is where we have those best conversations. So if we wanted to dive into it, I encourage you to come have a conversation. Okay? Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for all the primes, the memberships. I didn't give a shout out to the ones on Twitch, Mrs. P, the primes that came in while I was talking about the story.
What do we got? Automatic Rabbit reached a 5-stream streak.
Oh, those two. Yep. But there's a prime, resub, subs.
I'm so bad at reading this.
Start from the top.
I did.
And what does it say?
Well, if I read them all, there's a lot of other stuff.
There's either follows,
okay,
stream streaks, subscriptions, or prime.
Somebody added a command. Somebody followed. Streaks.
Yep.
Sub goal.
Yep.
Mutts.
MF.
Resubbed with prime.
Mutts. Thank you, brother. There we go.
Solar Island 08 resubscribed.
Solar Island. Thank you, brother.
You gonna hit me with the prime?
Those.
Let's go.
Von Hohenheim.
With 12 months.
Thank
you, sir. See, Mrs. P doesn't stream as often as I do over on Twitch. So she doesn't...
Well, and I have it on the vertical screen, so it's just so much harder to read.
I actually prefer it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I prefer it for the chat, but everything else is just wonky.
You just have to get used to it.
I know.
Yep.
And I'm not.
Nope. It's only 2 years in, guys. Give us another 3 or 4, and we got this.
Well, no, Twitch we just started streaming on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't usually use Twitch. You
No, but the monitor's always been vertical.
Oh, yeah. And for YouTube, it's fine.
Oh. That's good.
But if I have
We'll
to
get
do
it.
anything further than that.
We'll get it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to Mrs. P for producing an awesome show. Shout out to her. She's always dealing with everything. Appreciate her. Couldn't do it without her. She's the other half, producer and co-host. She's got more to do than I do. Okay? I just had to look pretty. Okay? And she makes me look pretty. Okay? Shout out Mrs. P. Shout out to everybody for being here, man. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, eh? Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Thank you. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Thank you. Don't forget, if you want to catch, if you missed any part of this show, the best parts and the highlights are going to be found over on Tokes and Trends, Daily Tokes and Trends, okay? All right. And my latest interview with Mr. J.R. Tokens over on Tea Time is live as well. And I've got another sit-down conversation scheduled this week as well. So Tea with P is going to be bumping with content. Pigeons, this place is bumping with content. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. Thank you guys for being here, answering the call. It's much appreciated. And I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday, for Tea with P again, 9 p.m. Central. All right. See you, Sirius. See you, LJ. Appreciate you, brother. See you, Grotato. Thank you guys for your participation, man. I really do appreciate it. See you, Tasty Genetics. Appreciate you. See you, Good Not Given. See you, Mint. See you, Gordon. See you, Tex. See you, Rockhead. See you, Knight. See you, Motivated. See you, Idiom. Peace. See you, Garden Quest. See you, Potato. See you, Sam. Hohenheim. Cheers, dude. Gino Graffiti. Appreciate you.
You gonna resub?
Thank you, Garden. Let's go. Thank you for the 6 months, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. It's always a fun time over on Twitch. I'm telling you guys. See Uncle Strawberry. I appreciate you for participating. Snippa, thanks for the retweets, dude. I appreciate that. See you, Techno. See you, Brina. See you, Benjamin. See you, Annie20. See you, Blues. Funkin'. You take care, dude. Thank you, Skinny Skins. On a roll. Skittles in the back. East Coast. Double A. There you is, Double A. I see you, brother. Rabbit, I appreciate you, man. Until next time, my friends. John, I appreciate you for being here. Always first and always the best, man. I appreciate you, dude. John Nugs, thank you for being here too, dude. Rob with the gift of sub to Night of Living Soil. Let's go, man. 9 of 10, dude. Let's go. Almost hit my sub goal. I appreciate you guys, man. That's an absolute dream. Thank you. Thank you. See you, Brainwreck. See you, Garden Quest. See you, Solar Island. Appreciate you guys, man. Georgia. All right. Ed, you take care, man. See you, Hazer. Until next time, my friends, have a fantastic night. I'll see you tomorrow on Twitch. And I'll see you next week on Wednesday. Peace.
Diamonds so pearls, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.